Welcome everybody to another day here on twitch.tv/aspiring spike. Um, Leyline Scion has really taken over the format. I think 6 of the 10 matches I played off stream last night were against Leyline Scion decks, and a big chunk on stream yesterday too. Um, I've been really wanting to do two things. I've been really wanting to Edict some Scions, and I've been really wanting to play a Sunken Citadel field deck so that you can kind of punish these domain mana bases, especially when they don't have Leyline, or only when they don't have Leyline. But you get to really punish those mana bases. Um, Also, Orcish Bowmasters is like a straight up embarrassing card to play against these Leyline Scion decks. They're playing 2 mana 5/5 tramplers. They're playing 2 mana 4/4s. They're playing 1 mana 3/3s, and you're playing a 2 mana for 2/1/1s. It's an embarrassing card to play. Bowmasters is not that good against Yawgmoth. It's a card I usually board out against Yawgmoth. It is not very good against Amulet, despite them having the ring. It's just like pretty mediocre cards still against them. It's okay against Tron. So it's very good against Murktide. Rakdos is pretty fallen off. Murktide is pretty fallen off too. So very odd. Very odd outcome here. No deadly cover up. Yeah, do not play 5 mana spells in your deck without Cabal Coffers. Assuming that's the card I'm thinking of, the 5 mana sweeper. That's assuming that's deadly cover up, the 5 mana sweeper. Liliana of the Veil making a comeback over Orcish Bowmaster. I think it makes a lot of sense. I think this card rules against the against the zoo decks, and just having a pile of edicts, it seems like the best way to combat this strategy. So let's get going. All right. We also have, we still get to do this thing. Honestly, looks kind of sick. Grief Scam to Liliana on turn 3, probably 25 lands in the deck. GC Brick for 3 months, Pup Master with the 15. Thank you all so much. Is dare we say it, old school Jund viable? I don't know. Maybe. I kind of feel like there's not a ton of a reason to play Jund over like this deck. Coffers. Oh, the record tracker's back. Thank you, Dan. Let's go. I don't really know why you're wanting to play regular Jund over like Mono Black or Rakdos. Probably. I guess Goyf is okay, maybe. Give me that hand. I'm gonna do it again. unless they don't have, maybe if they don't have 2 spells, I won't. Okay, they don't have 2 spells. Okay, let's wait a turn. So my opponent has drawn a Grief, and now they are evoking a Grief. And they're going to take my Liliana of the Veil. It's the best card in the hand. Although not necessarily super good in this matchup, I suppose. Yeah, Steamcore Scholar is a card people are trying out in the Coffers deck. A lot of them are cutting Archaeologist for it, which I think is wrong. I hate to use that word. I think it's wrong, but they're trying out. The thing about Coffers is like you can just kind of, you have like the stock like 45 cards or whatever, and like you can like win a tournament with any of the other 15, with any combination of 15 cards, because the deck is just so the deck is just so freaking good and consistent. So there's just kind of yeah, not a lot of downside. I don't know. They do play a lot of basics. I probably will throw a field out at them end of turn. So not playing a land for turn here. Probably better to tax their white mana. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the card is, it's just an extra mana. It's just, I don't know. Not feeling it. Alright, let me evoke this Grief. Pitch Fatal Push. Alright, you got 2 spells in your hand. I'll take the time to take both of them, huh? Someone posted a humans list was Leyline. Just Scion's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I also am not really feeling the domain stuff in the coffers deck. It's like you could have got a Surveil land here, brother, which now you have to get a Triome because you're like, I have these stupid Scions in my deck that aren't even good top decks. I've not really been feeling them. But it does make sense to play Scholar over Archaeologist if you're playing the Scions, since you are kind of too low on instants and sorceries. Yeah, but I don't think I'm super. I'm not really on board with this build at the moment. But again, you can literally just put you can literally just like you can put whatever in Goryo's and win. And Leyline Scion also like is that's certainly a card you can high roll with. Okay, so we're gonna bring in the Hearse. We're gonna bring in the Ashioks. I'm gonna bring in these Tourachs. Tourachs are kind of fun because sometimes they're just kind of good for 2 mana since your opponent's like doing a lot of discarding. I'm gonna bring in the Nihil Spellbombs. I'm gonna cut the Fatal Pushes. And I'm gonna cut the Lilianas since the +1 is pretty bad in this matchup, letting them like entomb their thing. I think Tourach's okay, where you get to like really get their stuff. We're also kind of bringing in other 3-mana planeswalkers, right? I'm gonna keep in the Sheoldred's Edicts to deal with Leyline Scion, and then maybe I'll cut the third Sheoldred since I'm bringing in all these Tourachs. I think this looks great. I think this I've definitely also like. This is certainly like a metagame build. Like, I have a ton of Graveyard Hate for Goryo's. I have a ton of Edicts for the Scions. I have a ton of Fields for the Tron decks that are coming up. I have Ashioks in the sideboard for the Titan decks. We have all these Fields for the Titan decks. We are, like, we're, like, super metagamed at the moment. Now seems like a good time to jam Blood Moon. It's not, I don't think it really is. Because if your Leyline opponent has one basic land, your Blood Moon just doesn't do anything. I don't know. It's maybe better than I think, but it's good. It's very good if they don't have Leyline, and it's pretty bad if they do and they have Leyline. I think a little over 50% of the time because they mulligan kind of aggressively. Wits for the 20 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Is Goryo's meta? Yeah, Goryo's is one of the top. Goryo's is tier 1, I think, at the moment, which is kind of funny. We got a lot of Graveyard Hate. Cling to Dust stocks going up. Thought about playing a second Cling to Dust in the main. You keep saying coffers do mean Goryo's. I do mean Goryo's, I guess. Sorry. How's Scam versus Goryo's? It's favorable. I think that's one reason why Goryo's is really on the uptick, is that Scam, despite everybody shitposting constantly about how hey they banned the wrong card. Scam is like fallen off and like not a meta deck anymore. They banned the wrong card. They just okay, there's a Leyline. We make a Leyline sign pretty hard. I actually can't even cast this Thoughtseize turn 1. They Needle? What did they Needle here? The One Ring? Liliana the Veil. They're all in the sideboard, brother. They're all in the sideboard. Alright. Celestial Purge. Vengeance pending. So if I play this Nihil Spellbomb, they just get to pending it, so it's not, I guess. Engineer, 11 months, thank you, welcome back. I 4-1 with Scion Helio last night, great deck. Yeah, we 4-1 with it yesterday. There was an audio issue with the VOD yesterday, so that one may be lost to like the YouTube archives forever, I don't know. Oh, they definitely should have surveilled turn 1 looking for land number 2. Wait, they put a card on top, and then they did not play a land. That is unlikely to be correct. Let me. I know they have a purge. I think knowing they have a purge, I'll just YOLO at them. I could YOLO it myself. I have 1 Cling to Dust. You prefer Ashiok over Damping Sphere? Yes, and I think you'll also hear Titan players tell you that they are more scared of Ashiok than Damping Sphere, as one of these cards, the Ashiok, cannot be besaged. Might as well get rid of the Jingle. What did they put on top? Well, we know that they already drew the card that they put on top. They fetched on an end of turn. It's probably a Scion. Yeah, I think that's likely the case. Field their land. No, fielding their land doesn't stop them from getting a land with Ashiok. I know. Yeah, I might think it does. It doesn't work that way. Ashiok, notably protection from everything if they have Leyline in play. I cannot believe they topped the non-land. Oh. We don't really have much going on. Mill win condition. Might as well keep this ring in play. I guess I could turn on a looting for them if I feel I don't really want to do that main phase. Maybe end of turn and then the Ashiok grows. Field them, field them. They get a land that taps for all colors, chatter. Even despite the Ashiok only stops their abilities from shuffling their library, not or searching their library. Any Griefs, any Sheoldreds. I'll take a second Tourach, I guess. Sorry, I know I have this draw step stop. So let's pitch third Tourach, I guess. Alright, you may concede now, opponent. Okay, thank you. Leyline Scion sucks after all, huh? That's the idea. I think we're going to be 2 for 2 Scion decks. We'll see. Oh no, all tap land. Oops, all tap lands. Oops, all tap lands. Fuck. Can't win the die roll. Yeah, I think Gora's favored against Amulet. It's, you know, it's winnable. Play some Endurances, brother. You'll be okay. Yeah, thankfully they can't quite cast that. I guess let's just not field yet. Like I'm getting baited a little bit. Because they really want to have Zoggoth Triumph plus Sacred Foundry for 5 domains. I feel like I just want to field the Zoggoth Triumph. Thoughts on Skylash versus Scion? I'm not that into it. It's got Trample. This fielding their Sacred Foundry with their fetches on the stack kill the Kavu. It shouldn't. It should be a 1/1. I'm pushing the Ragavan instead. Looks like they're just gonna fetch the Triumph in combat. I guess I could just not field, but I kind of need to field to have a Liliana mana next turn. Well played. Green Wire with the 14 months. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Bolts me down to 15. Why do they exile their own land and not loot? I mean, presumably because their hand is good, but their hand doesn't necessarily seem that good. If they're bolting me. So I'm going to go ahead and push before they can have stub up. Although I would imagine they're getting Zoggoth Triumph here, maybe. Yeah, Tidebinder would be good there, huh? Okay, so they only 4 domain at the moment. Down to 11 life. They play a Brawler. I think all 3 of our draw steps have been lands so far, which is less than ideal. Could you do a Rakdos version deck? I think it'd be worse. You can if you want to. Although going back to the Den of the Bugbear Rakdos builds would be pretty satisfying. The Sunken Citadel plus field stuff is something I'm really into. They're attacking Liliana, so, you know, gain 4 life, sacrifice a creature. Pretty reasonable. 2 cards in their hand. 4 mana for a Scion. Fortunately, Jarl didn't line up that well against them. They're at least out of basics. Gonna have to draw pretty well to get out of this. Yeah, Tribute to Hunger. I played Tribute to Hunger in this matchup. Claw Carver, 12 months, happy anniversary. 3 mana for a Binding before they even loot with the Kavus. Gotta be incorrect, I think. So I have to draw Ring. I guess, yeah, Liliana doesn't bail me out of this. Yeah, I have to draw Ring, which is not super ideal. Having to draw Ring at 4. Okay. Pretty flooded. 4 of our 5 draws were land here. Game 2. Bringing in the Damnations. You know, we're kind of pre-boarded besides the Damnations. I had a sudden Edict in the sideboard for a little bit. I decided against it. I'm going to cut the 3rd Sheoldred. Tourach is also maybe just like where you want to be. It can't be bindings. It has protection from everything if they have Leyline in play. Maybe I'm cutting all the Voidwalkers. I'm worried my curve is just way too high though. If I have like all Tourachs, all Sheoldreds, but maybe that's not true. Because Tourach is like oftentimes going to be castable for 2 mana. But it won't be like stellar. So let's go down to 2 Sheoldreds at least. I think the Voidwalker's, you know, kind of mid. It's okay. It's not the worst card ever, but yeah, we're just the control deck, so it's kind of just awkward to have them. Yeah, I guess not protection from everything. Can still be burn spelled, but can't be leylined, and then it's a very annoying card for them to deal with in combat. Magical Scars. Oh, congrats on the birth of your daughter. Woo woo. I'm gonna keep. Sand sick if we draw land. We're a 25 land deck. Don't think I'm gonna just evoke the Grief turn 1. No Leyline. They did keep 7 cards though. Yeah, Leyline doesn't turn your spells on the stack into all colors, just permanents in play. Locthwain looked at hit run. I've cast hit run on this channel. Sunken Citadel question mark. What's your question, brother? What is your question? So I certainly feel like they have a stubborn denial. I think I'll just cast the Thoughtseize here, rather than evoking Grief, just trying to resolve the Liliana, where I have to like discard one of my own cards. If they're playing slow, I can play kind of slow. Can this copy lands? Can. I'm definitely not super happy to have run into freaking Orvar. I'm gonna take the binding. I think the stub is gonna be easier to play around. Literally, the second match on stream, I've got Liliana of the Veil, and I run into Orvar. They all form. Incredibly rude. Yeah, I guess creativity is coming back. Alright, so let's pitch the Liliana evoking this Grief so we can take the stub and slam the ring. Still probably not taking Orvar. Love to draw an Undying effect for the Sheoldred so I can play around the the tribal flames, but I'm also probably just gonna be okay playing out a Sheoldred, gaining 4, and then letting the tribal flames kill the Sheoldred and not burn my face. Is there any chance Orvar's the right choice to take to limit what it can be later? There's a chance, but seemed incorrect. I think this line has worked out really well. You know, if you know about the Orvar, it's also like, you know, not a card that actually has any effect on the game for a while. Just throwing landslides into anything now? No. Still, it still has to be a deck that the combo makes sense in. I know there have been a lot of memes going around, and I've been goofing, but it does have to make sense for it to be at the deck. Kind of scared to draw a Tourach and then be like, I guess I'm just casting it for 2. Let's see what we draw for this ring trigger. 3 lands. One day we'll like curve out all day on stream. It'll be awesome. We still have the ring in play. Try this type of build but with filter lands to accelerate. No. You have to have 2 filter lands plus Sunken Citadel for the acceleration to happen. I just... It was like okay in the Reclamation Shell, but in general is not where you want to be, I think. I think I'm going to gain life with this Cling to Dust. Try to leave the... I guess I can't leave anything in. I do have a Takenuma in the deck to draw into to get back the Sheoldred. Probably should have done this first. I'm gonna go Tourach into Thoughtseize. Hopefully they don't have only Orvar, I guess. Okay, take the bolts. Okay, and then they concede. So nice to beat Orvar, I guess. Because of Orvar, I'm going to go down a Tourach, up a Sheoldred, and click the submit button. They probably aren't playing too many copies. Very annoying card to deal with, but like you saw that game, you can, if you know it's there, you can play around it sometimes. Okay, got mulligan our 7. Emrakul for mill only? Yeah. Opponent is thinking for a while. There's a good chance I think they have like a 1-land leyline hand, and they're like, got a leyline. They mulligan to 6. We're going to join them on the mull to 6. Definitely keeping this. I'm going to put back the Grief. Double field can be pretty nice. Looks like they have a leyline this time. They have Exodia of Leyline, Ragavan, SCION. Surveil land? No Surveil land. Play your SCION. Kind of feels like maybe they have SCION and Kavu or something, and they're playing this out to play around an Edict. But I just have 2 Edicts. So let the Field of Ruining commence. We saw that they only have 2 basics, so should be running them out pretty soon. They definitely have a bolt in their hand. You want to lightning bolt me? Okay, deal. Stub and Leyline Binding. I'm just gonna take the stub, where if the opponent draws Scion or any creature, I need this Edict to be able to kill it. I'm glad they're fetching also, because I can actually just double field them next turn. Okay, Tribal Flames me down to 10. Can't let them draw too many more of those. Stupid Leyline, of course. It still has all domain. I said dust off your low down veils. I didn't think you'd take me seriously. It's a good time for him. Okay, I don't want them to know I have another field necessarily. I'll just play this out. Probably not taking 5 life to draw a card here against the Flames deck. Opponent's hand is Leyline Binding, Mystery card at the moment. There's a good chance I'm just going to cast the Damnation. Since this is the card that's like really clogged in my hand at this point. It seems like unlikely that I'm going to really be able to get 2 creatures with it, and if I can get my hand a little bit more empty, I think that would be ideal for this Castle Locthwain. Okay, so there's a Kavu. Kling is a really nice pickup. Let's go ahead and just draw a card with it first. But the fact that it can also present life gain is pretty crucial. And then I'm not going to play this Sheoldred into the known Leyline Binding. We just have too much discard in the deck too. Be that loosey goosey. Can start okay, I mean, well, all right. I guess let's go grief scamming. I'm like a tiny bit scared of Orvar, and this also lets me play Sheoldred and activate Castle Locthwain and gain a life. Guess this also makes sense. They're just binding in response. So let's keep up the not dead after all to like keep the Sheoldred alive if they Tribal Flames. Sack first to play around Orvar, I suppose. But then I would have to cast the not dead after all too, right? I think I discard the push. What about the meta-inspired Lily? Leyline Scion. They have a hex. They're playing giant hexproof 2-mana creatures. Let's Leyline Scion them. Just draw the only other Sheoldred in the deck. We're 2 for 2 again playing against Leyline Scion decks today. It is really at the moment so popular in the leagues, at least. Two 0 on the day. We still ain't seeing the set, brother. The fair black red deck. How to grief fair decks. Y'all, we're not doing the whole fair versus unfair conversation, but y'all know mid range decks are the fair decks and and the unfair decks are the combo decks and big mana decks typically. I guess y'all don't know this, but it's like maybe it's not fair. Every deck I don't like is not fair. Every deck that annoys me is not fair. And my Blue Red Murktide and Jund Midrange are the fair decks. These are the fair decks. It is the least. You are not contributing to this conversation in any way. You are not. You're not. You're not. This is not a conversation. This is a circle jerk. Just like I like it, brother. Okay, opponent, the mandatory 1 minute before keeping their hand here. Don't worry, you can get on the next one soon, eyebrow. Start any minute now. I'm cooked? I am so cooked, dude. So how did they tank for 10 minutes on this hand? Liliana the Veil against Ad Nauseam, huh? I was theorizing based on what passive each shed's provided for. Modern Horizons 1 was like, I don't know. It's been so long, but it was like, whatever. We'll see. I don't know. You might be right. You might be wrong. Let's just wait and see. Let's please all just wait and see what happens. It's just these questions get so like tedious for me. What do you think is it? Image 3. They conceded. You know what I mean? I don't know what's. I still don't know what's in image 3. What is happening right now? Take mushrooms. I'm also obviously just bantering with you. Wait, why is? And somehow me slamming my table has returned the echo. I don't know how that happened. I slam my table and all of a sudden my other mic turns on. It's odd day. Oh, this is only 59. Needle doesn't really do anything. I guess I'll play a Spellbomb. How are they conceding on turn 2 there? Like their hand was still like so good, I felt. When did the standing desk return? I've had the standing desk for a while. I've been walking in a little bit more than my opponent's on a Mold to 5 and I've got Scam, although they may just leyline me. Dude, Mold to 4 concede. Ad nauseum players, you gotta have a little bit more heart than this, but we'll take it. They can't beat Voidwalker? Why can't they beat Voidwalker? Don't they Thassa's Oracle me? What is their combo that they can't beat a turn 2 Dauthi Voidwalker? I haven't played against Ad nauseum in a long time. You gotta play it out, though. Maybe not. They can do whatever they want. Gonna bolt me? Haggle! Oh, I guess, wait, I have a ton of graveyard hate. Okay, we have a ton of graveyard hate. What is this league, dude? What is this league? I've never read this card. I have read this card. It's not that often I'm like this surprised. Okay, this says 6 mana. Enters the battlefield with 2 -1 counters on it. Remove a -1 counter. Add 1 mana of any color. Okay, I'm just gonna leave them with a 5-drop and a 6-drop in their hand and let them go. So they're gonna Agatha's Soul Cauldron this or Necrotic Ooze. Thrilling, 30 months. Thank you. Welcome back. What is their record? I guess I don't see it in the MTG bot. Thrilling with the 30 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Andrew, the 29. Thank you. Welcome back. We're in the 3-0 bracket. They're casting their Merchant of the Veil. Modern is healing. Right on time. Sunken Citadel. This has an activated ability for Cauldron. 2-0 this against the Scion decks with a cheat code. Yeah, I guess so. Remove a -1 counter. Add 1 mana of any color. And Wait, this enters with 2 minus counters? Oh, it entered with 2 more. So then they get to go, wow, persist this extra -1 counter so that they can cast Necrotic Ooze. And I can't plus my Liliana because I'm just giving them a free Necrotic Ooze stuff. Holy shit. Okay, we've found not the best matchup for Liliana the Veil, I tell you what. This rules though. This is so sick. Yeah, they're cooking so hard. There's a Devoted Druid in this deck. There's gotta be. Yeah, makes sense. They main phase loot with Necrotic Ooze, which allows them to have the ability of pay 2 life, surveil 2. So they can dump a lot of stuff into their graveyard. They graveyard Olivia's Attendant. 6 mana, 6/6. Whenever it deals damage, make that many blood tokens. 3 mana, deal 1 damage to any target. So this is their win condition after they make infinite mana. But how do they make infinite red mana? Oh, because this is any color. So they need a Devoted Druid. My opponent is the coolest player in the modern queues. Lotless Troll, so if they somehow had it in their hand, they could discard it. My opponent's down to 3 life. There's the Devoted Druid. So now they make infinite mana with... Oh wait, though this isn't in the yard though. This is not in the yard. They don't have infinite mana, right? Oh, okay, they just had another one in their hand. Oh, right, we knew about the other one in their hand. Okay, never mind. Let's go! What a deck, brother. What a deck. And then the merchant, like, lets you loot, too, when you have infinite mana to find the pinger is cool. There's gotta be something better than that card, but maybe... Like, wouldn't you just play Walking Ballista instead? Walking Ballista's gotta be better than that 6 mana, 6/6. But not cooler. Okay, I'm going to bring in Cursed Totem. I'm going to bring in Pithing Needle. I'm going to bring in Nihil Spellbomb. I'm going to bring in Unlicensed Hearse. I'm going to bring in Ashiok the Dream Render. I'm going to bring in maybe Damnation. Maybe not Damnation. I'm going to Tourach, maybe 12-ish cards. I think I don't want the Lilianas since like the discard is, you know, a little awkward. Sheoldred seems kind of unnecessary. Maybe I'm also boarding out the rings. Kind of hard, maybe hard to tap out for. I want the pushes. I want the edicts. Yeah, we're ready for the matchup, huh? We could lose. I mean, we're down a game though. This would be such a deck to like bring in like 11 cards for and like this stops our trophy run. Tourach doesn't seem great. I mean, they're going to be doing a lot of self-discard. So, like, Tourach is just a 2 mana, like, every time you discard against a counter is good enough, I think. And then I'm also down to just slam it against their clunky deck. Oh, I'm only playing 2, though. It could be better to play more. I'm going to keep this. Yeah, what's my opponent's record, though? Record 2-0. Let's go, dude. Hope you got some basics over there. Chalice of the Void. Just don't really care that much about. Doom Whisperer, Grizzly Salvage, Merchant, Ooze. Do I care about Chalice on 1? Stops through like merchants too. It stops a lot of this stops up a lot of cards in my deck, and I can't get it off the table once it's on. I'm worried about not taking Grizzly Salvage, and then my opponent just like fuels their combo with the 1 of Salvage here. But I think I just have too many 1-drops to not take this Chalice. There's also like a pretty good chance they only have like 1 or 2 basics in their deck. I also get to grief the Necrotic Ooze too. I may lose to Hardcast Doom Whisperer, though. Oh, the Thoughtseize bug is alive and well. Right. You got 2 basics? Got 2 basics. Ooh. But now I get Dauthi Voidwalker down before they get their graveyard stuff going, so that's going to be a tough one. Drew a Cavern of Souls on Ooze. There's a chance I'm going to cast a Doom Whisperer this game. Is the Leyline too good? Just a meta moment? It's a meta moment. At the moment, I'm not. I think the play pattern's not great, but I don't think it's like actually that big of a problem. They salvage in response, which is probably just not correct when I have a Dauthi Voidwalker in play. They choose another copy of Necrotic Ooze, though, so they're going to get one of those. I suppose I'll take a Doom Whisperer, and then... should I cast the Doom Whisperer? I can, like, surveil into interaction here. I mean, come on, brother. Let me cast this Doom Whisperer. Let's go. Like literally, I'm casting it. You can't like Dauthi wins outright. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Doom Whisperer, and you can't stop me. Can they beat a Dauthi? I mean, I could just draw a Dauthi next turn though. Okay, I'll keep an Edict. Like, come on, please can I please cast the stupid Doom Whisperer? Guys, come on. Let me have some fun on the stream. I guess I should have targeted this, because maybe a little bit more likely to... Or can I just field again and then Edict? Oh, I can't just field again. Okay, 2 basics. Basic count 2. Your turn. Found the list. Those are cut ribbons that could kill the Dauthi. This card seems so much worse than Ballista. No Cauldrons really surprises me. What a deck list, though. They have a little bit less looting than I thought. Tourach could be a little bit worse. I kind of want to cut my Fatal Pushes for Liliana's. No, I guess the Devoted Druid deck I probably can't. They just have 3 Chalices in the sideboard, though. I have a 16 ones. Oh, there's no Persist. The build is different. Okay. Persist was a good find for you. I think I'm going to cut an Ashiok for a Liliana. Ashiok maybe is just not even that good. I mean, it's graveyard hate. Just think drawing 2 could be kind of bad. No, I think I just need to have 4 push against like the Devoted Druid combo deck, and like against like the 4 mana creature combo deck. It's just like, just probably too good. Is Olivia's Attendant less clicks than Ballista? Oh, it is less clicks. I guess that could be it. Niku, Twitch Prime, thank you, welcome back. You doing well? All that stuff. Keeps the card on top. Not Devoted Druid. And Chalice me? Okay, so maybe I've mis-sideboarded, huh? Ballista doesn't work with Persist. That's true. I mean, I don't know how often you're persisting that card, but I don't know. Whatever. It's not really that different, I suppose. Carlos, the 2 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Grizzly Salvage. Reveal Doom Whisperer, Devoted Druid, Engineered Explosives, Forest, and Eldritch Evolution to this Grizzly Salvage. They choose Basic Forest. Call me CC Lemon. I will call you CC Lemon, and I will thank you for your 22-month resub. Thank you. Yeah, one basic gone is a pretty big deal. I could actually just double field them this turn, potentially, and then play field. I guess I can't double field and then play Dauthi Voidwalker. So I guess they field them off double green, since we see that they have Eldritch Evolution in their deck. Although Ashiok, I guess, is pretty good against that. Will we cast Doom Whisperer twice in this match? I sure do want to. Sure do want to. Ashiok stops EE. Doesn't, right? How does it stop EE? Yeah, dude, opponent's deck is so juicy.
What's up?
No, yeah, Doom Whisperer seems to be a pretty key part of their deck. Goodbye, lands. All right, there's surveilling. I've got a Dauthi Voidwalker in play. Oh, EE is Eldritch Evolution. I see. Do they keep a card on top? They kept a card on top. Listen. Okay, I'm gonna Ashiok them. Okay, I'm not sure which of these cards they kept on top. Ooh, I could Olivia's Attendant. Listen. I made you some content. Daddy made you your favorite. Open wide. Here comes the content. It's a beautiful day to steal an Olivia's attendance. Listen, I want to make 6 blood tokens, and I don't care. Dang, you can still have fun in this format? Let's go. That was a 3. Okay, my opponent's 2-0. I lost game 1. What is happening today? Opponent's also just not giving up. I'm almost inspired. So now we Sunken Citadel on red, so we can... We're gonna be like a damage short of winning the game with Olivia's attendance, aren't we? Wait, do you get a blood when you ping? Dude, you get a blood when you ping. This card rules. See some more of the deck. I do feel like this is a 3-0. I'm taking it, brother. My opponent was 2-0. Their deck is sick. I'm taking the dub. Although we also this opponent kind of gave up. Okay, maybe it is a 4-0. A good card. Yeah, Bowmaster sucks in the metagame at the moment. It's I'm glad that we've kind of come around a little bit, but it's kind of bad against almost every deck, and especially with Murktide and Scam being pretty unpopular. This hand's not very good. Give it a 5. Okay, keep this one. Okay. Well, we have Sunken Citadel plus Field. Have Dauthi Voidwalker, which is nice. Liliana is also like historically fine card against Tron. If they don't play a second Tron piece, we can also kind of cleanly play our Voidwalker next turn. So this should be a good matchup overall with, 8 fields, Dauthi Voidwalker. But we'll see. Being able to field on turn 2 here, thanks to Sunken Citadel, is also pretty dang key. So they played their mine second. I'm going to field the tower. Because I know that if I have 2 of a Tron land, I play that one first. Although the tower can give them an extra 3 mana. Who cares? Just pick one. Mikhail, 7 months, thank you, welcome back. Jenna Kradikuz, Mosa Hoarder, what was that? Yeah, it was a sick brew. So I have to play the Voidwalker, I think. So that way I can kill Karn if they cast Karn and minus next turn. Although now I could play Liliana and then go Voidwalker plus Edict. And getting the Liliana down is also kind of ideal. Going to work on that hand. How was Healed run? I think we went 4-1 into 2-3. They discarded an Oblivion Stone that they could have cast, so that concerns me here. Boo, Tron! Boo. They exile a land. My Sunken Citadel. So now I can't even go Voidwalker plus Edict their Karn. Save me, Liliana. I guess I should have fielded the mine. So the good news is I can ultimate this Liliana before they can attack it with an Urza Saga token. So we need them to brick. Shout out No Gigantha. Okay, not a lot of thought here. They also didn't Besage you my castle. They discard the Besage you. So I'm assuming their new card is a land. We haven't ultimated the Liliana yet this league. Rolled a 5 this game. Got Karn Liberated. I guess the good news is Karn Liberated is awful. They play an Urza's Power Plant. I -6 my Liliana of the Veil. They should make a token in response, probably. Okay, they don't. So let's get the power plants together. If I do this... This looks really good, right? Because they don't get to make a token. If they keep this, and if they keep this, I'm really happy. They also don't get to make a token. Is there any way there's a better pile than this? No way, right? It looks really good. I think we do tower because there's only one tower left too. They always pick top. Yeah, I think so. But then they're just off of Tron and like we get to like not have the saga. Could move the forest over. Forest Saga instead. Yeah, it's also with Liliana Magic Online. It's like 50-50 if they actually pick the right card. So their last card in hand was the 3rd Urza's Tower. And they've drawn another spell here. But it's just a Sylvan Scrying. For a 2nd Urza Saga. Come on, Castle Locthwain. So I can field their 3rd tower here. Or I can cast the One Ring. And try to get really ahead as they brick for a turn. I think I should cast the ring. I think I gotta get this going. I don't feel great about it. Yeah, I might even want to field the saga, so... Oh, no. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. Do they have enough mana for that? 6, 7, 8, 9? 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna Edict that. we're fighting. Mold to 5, get Karn, get Ulamog. Alright, I'm gonna field the Saga. Then Edict them. This is a sick match. Updated State of Modern. Liliana, Edict through Ulamog. They play the 4th tower. No 1-mana spell that's like relevant for me to find here. Just needed like one draw step to be not not great. Should have drawn off the ring first, right? I'm gonna grab his Pithing Needle. Needle the Castle Locthwain. I'll take a draw step. Oh, so no break, guys. I mean, we have 4 fields in our deck, brother. But the last card. The last card's Dismember! Well. Let's see if they have a Cityscape Leveler. They do have a Cityscape Leveler. Okay, I yield. Tough. Very back and forth. I can't believe after we Liliana ultimated, their hand was 3rd tower into payoff. I was feeling so good about that pile. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in the Needles and the Tourachs over the Fatal Pushes. Don't bring in Ashiok against Tron. I think this is just the sideboard plan. We got 8 fields. I'm feeling okay about the matchup here. Every draw step was so sick. They also just already had the like second after I fielded them. They had the 2nd tower naturally. I do not bring in Ashiok against Tron. It is not a good card in the matchup. When you snap, keep this. Ashiok for map and scrying seem decent. So people say this Ashiok for map and scrying seem decent. Map and scrying 2 mana. Ashiok is 3 mana. What are we talking about? You don't bring in 3 mana lock pieces to stop 2 mana cards. If this was Star, they wouldn't get to draw a card. I hope you got an Ulamog in your hand, opponent. I'm gonna Jacob Beardsley you. They call this the Jacob Beardsley. They have two Dismembers in your hand? You have 2 Dismembers in your hand? We should Stirrings. I mean, I would cast Sphere over Stirrings. I'm just gonna make them take 7 damage, basically. I think catching into Voidwalker for 7 feels pretty dang reasonable. Okay, so if I Sunken Citadel this turn, next turn I can field plus Castle, but I'm doing literally nothing this turn. Wait, they're out of basics? Wait, did they fail to find last time too? Why did they fail to find? Oh, they had forest in hand. I'll do it again. So they only have 2 basics. Please let me close throne. No. You've had enough luck, dude. You got game 3 on the play. They're just gonna have Tron anyways. Close throne. Discards a Dismember. So next turn I can go channel Takenuma and then cast Grief if I draw a land and Voidwalker if I don't. Besage use my castle. Please do not go tower payoff. I will lose my mind. Okay, fair enough. Just the 1 ring. Ring very good against Liliana of the Veil. If I Dauthi Voidwalker this turn, I'm likely getting Oblivion Stoned. Yeah, I know Lily Plus doesn't target. The problem is they're pretty likely to draw a land in like the next 4 draws to have the O-Stone activation available. Then besaging my castle is also pretty dang good. They keep drawing spheres instead of stars too. 3rd sphere, although I guess I'll take it. So if they have Sylvan Scrying, they can pop the O-Stone. They cast a Relic of Progenitus. Pops the Relic. 4 cards in their hand. There's only 2 power plants left in their deck. I draw my own ring. Which is a huge draw. Pretty unlikely that they miss their land next turn. They discard an All Is Dust. All Is Dust rules right now, by the way. I can draw another card end of turn, which is cool. No reason to cast any of these, I think. Just attack for 3. Oh, cast Scrying for a field. Yeah, that was the line. Oh, fuck, that was the line, because then I get to ultimate to eat the Liliana. Still have a ring with Castle Locthwain, get to draw a lot of cards. They're going down to 4. They're dead to... I guess not quite dead to Sheoldred. Okay, not a bad draw. We've got a lot more fields in the deck. Hopefully we draw one of them. Nice. So I don't need to play around Dismember at all, since they're just dead if they cast it. Wormcoil doesn't do it. So I guess I just take the Karn. This is their 3rd power plant. Pass back. Taking 3 down to 4. So if they tap their ring, they are going to probably die next turn unless they find another ring. Okay, we won that game. Please let me close throne. So tough. Good news is they're only playing 2 basics. Sometimes when you're losing game 2, chatters, it's easy to remember. It's easy to forget that you are going to game 3 on the play. I have to keep this, I think. I would love to draw Sunken Citadel, Thoughtseize. I'd take a Grief too, I guess. Maybe they also won't have turn 3 Trial. They did keep 7 on the play. Okay, just setting up for Grief next turn. They didn't play anything on turn 1. Forest, forest, forest. I'll take it, I guess. So they have Tron, but they only have 2 mana. I guess this was on the top of their library, not their opening hand. They reveal Urza's Mine, yet they play Urza's Saga. They played Tower turn 2. I don't know. I'm going to do this time. Was it better to play the field, give them info, but over time we have another one to play? Well, we just played the other one the turn we want to use it. I don't think super likely that we get to double field. I think I just want to not give them the info. I can still just field every turn. There's a ring. I have a Sheoldred, thankfully. Which, but I do have to go. I think I have to go field plus Voidwalker this turn. So will they get a map and then just put another Tron piece in play? Watch that Needle on field. I mean, I have four fields and 4 Demolition Field, and I've already used 2 fields, so they should name Demolition Field if they Needle. And another map. Well, that's okay, I guess. A big drill step for me, I guess, also. One fucking time. Of course they have Not Dead after all, by the way. Okay, I'm going to choose the map. Of course they have Dismember. And then... So if I don't take Karn, they can go Karn, Needle, my Dauthi Voidwalker. They can't, because they only have 2 forests, so I take Ulamog. And then they had a power plant in their hands, will target the mine. Dude, they're making me work for it. I gotta work for it. They don't have mana for that? Yeah, they would have if they had a forest to get off the field. Because they just play their 5th land and then they do it. But for some reason, they're only playing 2 forests. Tron players, you can play 2 forests. That's fine. I won't tell you to play more. I will not tell you to play more. And then they don't even let me close Throne. We did it, baby, though. First league of the day, 5-0 with 4 Liliana of the Veil. I'm gonna run it back. Yeah, we did. We gave him the Beardsley.